The crazy history of rice, the grain that built civilizations. What if I told you that producing just 1 kilogram of rice can require thousands of liters of water? Yeah, that tiny bowl of rice sitting on your dinner table? It has a surprisingly thirsty backstory. But here's the crazy part. Humans didn't just start growing rice because it tasted good. Rice helped build cities, feed armies, create empires, shape cultures, and sometimes even decide who lived and who starved. So how did one tiny grain become one of the most important foods on Earth? Let's go back thousands of years. Long before supermarkets, restaurants, and giant bags of rice sitting in your kitchen, humans were already growing this little grain. Rice was domesticated thousands of years ago in Asia, with some of the earliest evidence connected to ancient China. But growing rice wasn't exactly a lazy weekend hobby. Farmers had to control water. They had to prepare fields. They had to plant, protect, harvest, and somehow stop their entire crop from being destroyed by nature. Basically, ancient farmers were doing agriculture on hard mode. But the reward was enormous. Rice could produce a huge amount of food from relatively small areas of land. And when you can feed more people, you can build bigger communities. And when communities get bigger, congratulations, you've just unlocked civilization. As rice farming expanded across Asia, something incredible happened. People began developing sophisticated systems to control water, canals, irrigation, terraced fields carved into mountains. Entire landscapes were transformed to grow one crop. And this is where rice became more than food. It became power. Because whoever controlled the water could control the rice. And whoever controlled the rice could feed an army, could collect taxes, could support cities, could become very, very powerful. Imagine being an ancient ruler. Your kingdom has thousands of people. You don't have supermarkets, you don't have refrigerators, you don't have Amazon Prime delivering emergency snacks. You need food. Lots of it. And rice was one of the ultimate solutions. But rice didn't stay in one place. Over centuries, it spread across Asia and eventually reached other parts of the world through migration, trade, and conquest. It became deeply connected to the cultures of countries across Asia. And then, something even bigger happened. European exploration and global trade helped move rice around the world. Rice eventually became an important crop in parts of Africa, the Middle East, Europe, the Americas, and beyond. The little grain had officially gone global. But rice wasn't just traveling with merchants. Sometimes, it was traveling with people. Migrants carried their farming knowledge. Communities carried their cooking traditions. And suddenly, rice was becoming part of completely different cuisines. Different countries, different cultures, same tiny grain. But rice history isn't all peaceful farms and delicious meals. Because when a society depends heavily on one crop, a failed harvest can become a disaster. Floods, droughts, pests, disease, war. One bad season could mean millions of people facing hunger. And throughout history, rice shortages contributed to serious food crises in different parts of the world. This is the terrifying side of agriculture. The same crop that can feed millions can become a massive problem when something goes wrong. And then there's the water. Remember that shocking number from the beginning? Rice is often grown in flooded fields called paddies. That water helps manage weeds and creates conditions where rice can thrive. But producing rice can require a significant amount of water compared with many other staple crops. And there's another problem. Flooded rice fields can produce methane, a powerful greenhouse gas. So today, scientists and farmers are trying to find ways to grow rice while using less water and reducing its environmental impact. Because humanity has a problem. We love rice. Billions of people depend on it. But the planet has limits. Today, rice is one of the world's most important staple foods. For billions of people, it's not just something you eat with dinner. It's breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's celebration food, comfort food, street food, festival food, And in many cultures, it represents prosperity, family, and life itself. From ancient farmers working in muddy fields to massive modern farms producing food for billions, the journey of rice is absolutely insane. A tiny seed became the foundation of civilizations. It helped people settle down. It helped cities grow. It helped governments become powerful. It traveled across continents. And today, it's sitting in your kitchen. All because thousands of years ago, someone looked at a wild grass and thought, yeah, let's eat that. So the next time you pick up a bowl of rice, remember, you're not just eating a side dish. You're eating thousands of years of human history, a history of farmers, kings, empires, trade, war, innovation, and an absolutely ridiculous amount of water. Not bad for a tiny grain.